Is something serious brewing in West Asia? To be fair, something is always brewing in that part of the world, but this time it could be more, maybe even a bigger war. Why do we say this? Because the US is pulling out personnel from West Asia. The Americans have ordered a partial evacuation of their embassies in Kuwait, Bahrain and in Iraq. All non-essential staff have been asked to leave. The Pentagon has also issued an order. It is asking military dependents to leave if they want to. Dependents are mostly family members. They have been given the option of voluntary evacuation. The question is why? Why is this happening? Evacuations usually mean something bad. You evacuate when you are bracing for an attack or a disaster. So what exactly is America bracing for? Listen to what President Donald Trump said.
We're hearing reports that U.S. personnel are being moved out of the region within striking distance.
Well, they are being moved out because it could be a dangerous place, and we'll see what happens. But they are being, we've given notice to move out, and we'll see what happens.
Is there anything that can be done to dial the temperature down in the region?
They can't have a nuclear weapon, very simply.
So clearly Iran is the trigger, specifically their nuclear program. Trump was hoping to strike a deal with Tehran. His officials have held 5 rounds of talks with them, but so far the negotiations have not made progress. The US says Iran should stop all uranium enrichment, but Iran is not agreeing to that. Tehran says it needs uranium for civilian use, basically to generate power. Then yesterday, things escalated further. The UN atomic watchdog passed a resolution against Iran. It said Tehran was not complying with its nuclear obligations. That too for the first time in 20 years. And how did Iran respond? By opening a 3rd uranium enrichment site. So clearly neither side is backing down, which brings us to the military option. Israel and the US have said this repeatedly. If talks fail, they will destroy Iranian nuclear sites. You just heard Trump say that, the same thing, that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Could such a military operation be on the cards now? Well, there are some indications. On Wednesday, US media carried some worrying reports. They said Israel was fully ready to launch an attack on Iran. Apparently, they had informed the US as well. If true, then the evacuations make sense. Iran does not have weapons to hit American mainland, but they can hit US assets in West Asia, like embassies or bases. In fact, this has happened before. In 2019, Iranian proxies attacked the US embassy in Iraq, and in 2020, Iran launched missiles at a US base also in Iraq. This time too, Tehran is promising defiance.
Let us believe and put our support in God. We are able to overcome all problems. We are devoted to God. As a result, we are not devoted to America and its allies. This does not mean that we want to fight the world. We want to talk to the world. We will not submit to force, oppression, and bullying.
And what about Israel? Well, Benjamin Netanyahu has always wanted to do this. His ultimate goal is to defang Iran, to take out their nuclear facilities. And he's laid the groundwork to do exactly that. Tehran spent years building a shield of proxies in West Asia. You have the Hezbollah in Lebanon. You have the Houthis in Yemen. You have the Hamas in Gaza, and also a friendly regime in Syria. But Israel has weakened that shield. Hezbollah's top leadership has been wiped out. Hamas is on its knees. The regime in Syria has been toppled. The Houthis are the only ones largely intact, which means that Iran is quite vulnerable at the moment. If you are Netanyahu, you may be tempted to strike Iran. But the question is, what happens after that? Tehran's nuclear facilities are underground. Experts say Israel cannot destroy them alone. They would need help from the US. If not military help, then at least logistical help, like mid-air refueling of fighter jets and bunker buster bombs. So striking alone is a big risk for Israel, and chances are Trump wanted to give diplomacy a chance. He campaigned on a platform of no war. The last thing he wants is another one in West Asia. A lot depends on that diplomatic gamble. Both American and Iranian officials will meet in Oman on Sunday. If those talks succeed, West Asia may step back from the brink. If not, all bets are off.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.